and welcome to more martial arts here on Eurosport. Brought to you, of course, by Eurosport and me, Paul Ford. We have for you some of the best Kung Fu you will see. On their first visit to Eastern Germany, these monks of the 32nd generation of the Shaolin Monastery in the province of Henan, People's Republic of China. There's two junior monks you see, Skia Li Pang and Skia Xiaodong. Joining in tonight's demonstration of some of the best and most prolific Kung Fu you will see. The story of the Shaolin monks began about 496 AD. Steeped in history, and they recently, of course, celebrated 1,500 years in operation. The first Chinese Buddhist temple set up in Henan. And when it was first set up, monks were occupied with meditation, prayers, copying scriptures, and occasionally some at that time were actually practicing Kung Fu. You can see a multitude of weapons and some quite amazing power demonstrations. Now these monks have, of course, been all around the world. They've been on a tour of Europe, they've visited the UK, they visited the USA, and this is their first visit to Eastern Germany. And we did, of course, bring you their visit to Vienna, and they were, of course, part of the Martial Arts Festival in 1998 from Paris-Bercy. And as you can imagine, these days there is less cause for Shaolin monks to be called in to fight or for war. So of course they must find other means to raise funds. And to do that they have, of course, embarked on these notorious tours that they do, really, of the world. They've also visited Southeast Asia as well. Now there's two little monks, one is 5 and one is 6. We shall see them a little later on. And of course, some monks are admitted to the monastery at the age of 3 years old. Skia Li Pang and Skia Xiaodong, 5 and 6 years old, and aren't they just incredible? Xi Jinping, Shaolin master of the 32nd generation. He will be demonstrating the Shaolin fist technique. Now if you imagine back to the early days of the monasteries, some of the monks were practicing Kung Fu. The monastery, of course, was wealthy, and it was in open countryside, which was open to attack from bandits. So the practicing and perfection of the Kung Fu techniques was, in the early days, certainly of the Shaolin monks, essential to their survival. And in the mid to late 6th century, an Indian monk, Bodhidharma, arrived at the temple, and legend has it he was only to be refused entrance. He spent a lot of time, so the legend goes, about 9 years in meditation before actually being allowed into the temple. And just to prove the adults as well as the kids can do the spectacular. Xi Pong, Shaolin master of the 32nd generation, demonstrating the Shaolin fist technique. Now you will have to apologise. I do apologise for the music and don't quite know where they've got it from. And what it's got to do with Shaolin monks, I don't know. But this little chap is Ski Li Pang. He's only 5 years old. And the discipline and the training that the monks have to go through. You can now see why the adult and the senior monks are as phenomenal as they are if they start at 3 years old, as Li Pang did. And if you're training certainly every day, starting off at 3 years old, by the time you reach, well, probably about Li Pang's age, you're already on your way to becoming a phenomenal fighter and certainly phenomenal demonstrator of the martial arts. Xi Pang. And Ski Xiaodong.